Assalamualaikum students, how are you? This is your teacher Azka and I teach business and accounting to 4 and A level students. So as you can see students, please today we are going to see this paper 9609 means business, S25 means summer 25, B1 reading 1. So you can just upload the paper from any website and just let's discuss the solution of this. First of all, we have the first question where we need to define a term job enrichment. And we know the job enrichment is also one way to motivate your employees. So job enrichment is a process of giving employees more responsibility, like you will give more responsibility, more authority, and you should make their task challenges challenging to make their work more interesting and rewarding. Next B part is that explain one a disadvantage to a business of using empowerment to motivate employees. Okay, students, if you just try to see one thing, most likely they will ask a question from the unit number two, and most of the students they know that what is the advantage of the empowerment, what is the advantage of the job enrichment, what is the advantage or disadvantage of the price discrimination, or these kind of things. But if you see like their pattern, like the Cambridge pattern, they used to ask the disadvantages of these different motivational methods. If you see the previous papers, so they used to ask the positive things about all those approaches which we use to motivate our employees. But nowadays, if you see the latest papers, so they used to ask basically about the negatives of these approaches. So let's discuss explain one disadvantage to a business of using empowerment to motivate employees. So one disadvantage is that empowerment may lead to mistakes if employees are not fully trained or experienced, of course. So this can reduce efficiency and increase cost for the business as managers may need to spend an extra time correcting errors. Next person define a term price discrimination. So price discrimination. Now maybe some students will think that maybe this discrimination is the discrimination of on the job place. So some students may misunderstood that. So that's why just read the question carefully that what they are trying to ask. So price discrimination is when a price business change charges the different prices to different groups of customers for the same product or service without a difference in the cost of production. B part is explain one disadvantage of the business using a comparative price. As you can see, most likely the most favorite topic is disadvantage of these things. The disadvantage is that comparative pricing can reduce profit margins, and because the business sets prices similar to rivals instead of charging higher prices, and this means that business may struggle to cover cost or earn sufficient profit, especially if costs rise for them. Then we have the next person define the term capital intensive operations. So capital intensive operations are production processes that rely more on machinery and equipment than on human labor. Then we have the next question that explain one limitation to a business of labor or intensive operation. So one limitation is higher labor cost because the business needs to employ many workers and this increases expenses and it can reduce profit margins compared to the competitors that use more machinery. Next question is for the 5 marks that analyze one way a business might fail as a consequence of lack of finance. So, a lack of finance may cause cash flow problems for a business without enough money to pay wages, suppliers, or rent on time. So, operations may be disrupted. For example, supplier could refuse to deliver raw material if payments are late, which would stop production, and this reduces sales revenue, making it even harder to cover costs. So over time, the business may not be able to survive and could be forced to close down. Next question is for the 8 marks that analyze two ways business enterprise can help the development of a country. So first of all, they could help in the job creation. So business enterprise creates employment opportunities as new from the setup, and this reduces unemployment level and giving people incomes to spend on goods and services and higher consumer spending boosts demand. Okay, so first of all, the job creation. So business enterprise creates employment opportunities as new firms are set up, and this reduces unemployment levels, giving people incomes to spend on goods and services. Higher consumer spending boosts demand in the economy, and which encourage. Hmm? Okay, so higher consumer spending boosts demand in the economy, and which encourage future further growth. Sorry. And with higher employment, the government also gains more tax revenue from income tax, which it can reinvest in infrastructure, healthcare, or maybe education, and it will be further supporting the country's development. Secondly, the business enterprise are helping in the development of a country with the help of innovation and increased output. So enterprises often introduce new products, services, or technologies, and this improve efficiency and productivity within the economy, allowing more goods and services to be produced at lower cost. As output rises, exports may increase, improving the balance of payments and inflow of foreign exchange strengthen the economy and it will be helping the country to grow and develop. Next question is that entrepreneurship is good or not. This is like we have to provide the argument and counter argument, and then again argument and counter argument, and then we have to conclude the answer. First of all, we need to write the definition that what does it mean of entrepreneurship is when employees within a business are encouraged to behave like entrepreneurs by developing new ideas, products, or processes. So entrepreneurship can help a computer equipment entertainment business succeed because it encourages innovation. So employees may come up with the creative new games, features, or technologies which helps the business to remain competitive in fast-changing industry. And this can increase sales and build customer loyalty. However, innovation alone may not guarantee success without sufficient finance to invest in developing and marketing these new ideas. Even the most creative products may fail to reach the market effectively. And encouraging entrepreneurship can also improve employee motivation and workers feel trusted to use their ideas, which can increase productivity and job satisfaction, and it will reduce your staff turnover. But on the other hand, success in the computer entertainment industry may also depend heavily on marketing. A business may develop excellent products, but if customers are not aware of them, or if rivals market more effectively, so the business may still fail. The conclusion will be that entrepreneurship is clearly an important factor for success because the industry relies on innovation. However, it is not the only factor. Finance and marketing are also crucial to ensure the entrepreneurial ideas can be developed and sold effectively. So, therefore, entrepreneurship should be seen as one of the several key factors rather than most important on its. So, this is the one question of 12 marker which I selected. So, it's a good question. So, yeah, students, we just done with the team one in the year one.